How's it going, everybody? This is Brian Funk, and I'm here to tell you about Empathy by Performodule. Empathy is a collection of mixing and mastering tools that will make a big difference in your tracks. They're very complex audio effect racks with very simple to use macro controls that can improve various elements of your mix. So we're going to take a few minutes to look at some of these devices on certain sounds in this track that you're hearing right now. So let's stop the track for a second. I'm going to start off with this one called The One, and we're going to put it on the acoustic guitars. So let's drop the one right here on my acoustic guitar bus. We've got our acoustics right here. We'll have it playing from the chorus. And The One is a complex set of devices, multiple chains. It allows you to play with the mid and side of each track. And it allows you to cut the lows, bring up some light, some shine. You can twist the left and right channel. There's a surgical frequency cut that you can use to get problem frequencies away, mid-side intensity, and some high cut focus. Now you'll notice as I hover over each macro, we're getting some notes in our info view on the bottom left corner. Also worth pointing out is this lesson that comes with the pack is highly detailed. We can click on The One and read all about each macro knob. For now, we're just gonna listen and see what we get. So let's hear my acoustic guitars. So right now, I'm kind of feeling like my acoustic guitars are a little lost in the mix and maybe even muddying things up a little bit. So I'm gonna start with the low cut focus and cut out some of these low frequencies. Really thin them out. Now we've got a nice little bump in the resonance here when we look at low cut right here. This gives us a nice little extra character to those acoustic guitars. And I think if I cut right to about here, I'll make some room for the other elements in my mix. And maybe we can bring in a little bit of light shine. And that's going to happen over here and here. We're bringing in just a little bit of high frequencies. I don't really feel the need to cut many of the sounds themselves, but let's listen to this in context of the mix now. Turn it off. And I think I could probably even pull the volume up on these acoustic guitars a little bit. And we're getting a little bit of that color that we were missing with the more muddy sound on the acoustic guitars. Bring that light shine to just a little bit, and I'm pretty happy with that sound. The One is really designed to put on any track in your mix so you can make these quick adjustments to clean up sounds and make them sound a little better and fit in with everything. Next, we'll have a look at the Audio Miximizer, which is based on the old BBE Sonic Maximizer. And this is designed to give your tracks a little bit more character, to boost the highs and affect the lows and react to your music as well. So we're going to try this out on my vocals in the chorus. So I'm going to play these. We'll start right here. Down a dark street, I could see the fire at and we'll turn on the Auditory Miximizer. And we're going to bring in the... Not going to really use the low contour for this. We're going to use the high contour. And you can see what's happening here. What I'm going for here is a little more brightness on the vocals in the chorus part. And we've got this audio reactive part right here, which is really handy. Watch what happens as the vocals go. And I turn this up. We're getting a little movement in the high end based on the signal of the vocal. We can change the sense knob to affect just how much the vocal affects itself. I think somewhere right about there where it drops off. We're going to cut the lows. We really don't need lows in here. I think we'll leave the highs alone. And I like that high reactivity. So let's listen again. Turn it off. Just a tad extra brightness, and we'll listen to this in context of the whole mix. So first we'll go without it. And we'll bring it on. bring up just a little more high end. And if we compare this with the verse vocals, we get a little bit of brightness in the chorus. And that helps pick things up a little bit as the chorus comes in to add a little bit of extra excitement. Next, we're going to focus on the guitar solo section. So the first half of the guitar solo section is a little bit more mellow than the second half. And to pick things up in the second half, I have some percussion coming in, but I wanted to jump out a little more and bring up the energy some. So I'm going to use dilation water, which is designed to add some extra dynamics to your sounds. Right now we don't really notice the tambourine, we don't really feel those maracas too much, and I want to bring that up. So I'm going to turn on dilation water. We'll focus on the second section of the solo here. We'll go back to our track and use some upward expansion. Add a little snap. Let's open this up so we can see what's happening here. So we're getting a little bit of gain added to our signal here. We've got our sense control, which can change the overall input level, which will change how our side chaining is working here. We're getting a little extra sound. So we want a much higher frequency in that snap here. Let go can be slow, onset's going to be relatively fast. And let's listen to what we have here. This is my percussion. We'll turn it off. And you can hear there's just not quite as much life going on here. When we bring this up, the tambourine kind of comes to life a little bit. We get some more energy. And those maracas sort of like peek through a little bit. I might even put it up just a little bit more. I don't want to go too far, but we are getting some extra energy now. And that helps bring things out in our track here. I might even reach for a case of the Audio Miximizer with the mid-side sections and bring up the side high contours a little bit. Just a little bit of reactivity here. We're going to cut the lows. We don't really need any lows in this sound. And now you're hearing the tambourine much better. The maracas are moving things some. And if we listen to before they come in, we can feel the energy pick up. Right here, the tambourine will come in. And now things start moving a little better, and that's exactly what we're looking for. And the last device we'll focus on today is Ultimatum. Ultimatum is used to improve the tone and dynamics of a signal. And it works with this almost, it says magically, it's a 10-step algorithm. So it's a very complex rack loaded with step after step of multi-band dynamics. And it actually works based on the signal that it receives. So it's going to react to our sound, especially when we turn on this audio intensity knob, and it's going to change the tone and character of our drums quite a bit. So let's hear the drums in isolation. And we can bring up the amount, and here we're bringing out some of that energy. We've got some like extra compression going. But what I want to do is turn on the auto intensity. And we can turn up the aggro knob for a little more reaction. And you can hear my drums are starting to get a little more aggressive, which is exactly what I want. This is a hard rockin' song. We've got the sense knob, which can be used in conjunction with the amount, and you see how it reacts as I turn it up. I think that might be a little too much. We're losing some of the energy, so I'm going to bring it down to about here, I think. Give it a little more aggro. Let's hear it with it off. So you can hear a lot of extra aggression in the drums as soon as I turn on Ultimatum. Off. Let's hear it in context of the mix. No Ultimatum. Let's bring it in. We get some nice extra energy. Ultimatum also shines on the master channel of your mix. So let's put it on here and see what we get. So again, we'll turn it off. Turn it on. Let's do our auto intensity. Crank it all the way up. I'll bring it down a little bit. And we can see the knob reacting to our energy in our track. Now that's too much. We're gonna bring it back. Turn it off. So that is the Empathy Pack. Lots of great devices that can really transform your mixes with just the turn of a few knobs. Normally this would be a complex setup of multiple devices, but these all come together in these simple to use racks that will take your tracks to the next level. Hope you enjoy.